Happy July 1st, everyone. Scott Zambelli here with Bardstone Publishing, and I'm here to talk about the Crimson Shadows Kickstarter update. We might be getting a visit from Brett Pinson and Kevin Meinert, who are the inkers and pencilers on this. Hopefully I can get Travis on one of these in the near future as well. That would be awesome. He did the killer pencils. Killer, get it? But anyways, looking forward to talking about this tonight. We have hit a great milestone here that we'll be talking about as we approach our goal of 2,800. And I might as well put that up there right now just so you can see. Bam! We have hit our 50th pledge. We're at $1,914. So we're only $886 away from hitting that minimum goal, and we still have 14 days to go. Now, I want to hype up a little bit here. We still have about 57 minutes left of our weekly bonus. What that is if you make a pledge of $40 or more anytime up to this point, up to 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, you are eligible for our weekly bonuses. The week 2 bonus is the 4x6 poster featuring J. Travis Smith's pencils and inks and my colors on a pearl cardstock, which gives it a really cool finish and a little bit of it's hard to describe. It's like this nice little shine to it that gives it a great look. So you get that. But you also get, and I just received these in the mail today, so I'm able to reveal them. You also get the Bardstone keychain there. So that's always fun there. You know, something to keep your keys on, right? Can't go wrong with that. So we got that as a free gift also for donations of $40 or more by 8 p.m. And then also we have the 2 1/4 inch premium button. Here we have it. It's in hand. They're printed up. So that's it there. So you get that for free also, in addition to whatever rewards you choose at the $40 and up levels. If you have already donated and you would like to get these bonuses, all you got to do is increase your pledges. You can choose any reward level you'd like, and you are automatically eligible for these prizes. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So as I said, one of the things I'm excited about here is we're moving along well. Less than $900 to go for our funding goal. So that's where we're at. What I'll do is scroll down just so you can see. Oh, here we go. We got Brett and Kevin here.
Hey, there we are.
Hi. Look at that.
There we go.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good.
Yeah, now you can see us.
Hey.
Wow. There's too much awesomeness for one camera right there, buddies.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Here, I got to do this. I'll make you guys. Whoop. How do I make you guys bigger? I can't make you guys bigger.
You're
Just leave it like that. It's good.
Yeah, that's okay. You can overcompensate there, Scott.
There you go. So I was just revealing. I don't know if you guys saw or not. We passed the 1,900 mark.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yes. So we're only $886 away. And like I was saying, there's 55 minutes left to our weekly bonus. And I just revealed, let me go large on mine here. The buttons came in.
Nice.
So that's the 2 1/4 inch premium buttons. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is.
That's cool.
And then we also got this nifty Bardstone keychain.
I like that.
I'd buy that for $1. So yeah, I was excited to see those items arrive today on my doorstep. So how are you guys doing? You're out in sunny Las Vegas.
Yeah. We're down on the strip now at Harrah's.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. You moved hotels.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys aren't running off to Mexico for your retirement yet, right?
Not yet.
No. Last I heard, they closed the border anyway. So.
Right.
Well, with enough money.
They won't let us in.
With enough money, they let anybody in for the right money. You can pay cops off down there. You can buy a whole country down there, I think.
Right. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you spelled my name wrong
Where
on the post.
on the post?
Yeah, you put Breet.
BROEE.
Yeah.
He's Breet.
You're Breet.
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 We did go through the French place, so I guess you'll Breet.
We didn't go through Breet.
Breet.
We love you, Breet.
I like it. Well, my apologies for that. That's what happens when
That's
I type
fine.
too fast. Well, at 6:59 p.m., I'm like, I gotta get this thing going.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we're ready. And I was like, oh, I forgot to set my iPad up on the Wi-Fi, so I had to do that real quick.
Yeah, no problem. I had, as people know, you can see my real estate signs back there. A last minute client need arose. They were calling me with something, so I'm like, oh, okay. So hurry up and took care of them, and then I got onto here. So this is basically my home now. I don't think I ever leave here. It works out well because I got my Cintiq back here behind me. So whether I'm doing real estate or drawing, I'm here. So good times, good times.
That works.
So I was just about to, let's see, add to stream. Talking about the weekly bonuses, like I said, we are given out for anybody who does a pledge of 40 or more by 8 p.m. tonight. No matter what package you choose, you automatically get these weekly rewards. We get the keychain that I had just shown. You get the 2.25 inch buttons, and you get, let's scroll down to what the color print looks like there so people can see that as well. There it is. There it is there. Lovely piece by J. Travis Smith. So that's going to be on a pearl cardstock, which is going to look spectacular. So, yeah, I'm excited. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Woo.
We've talked about it. We were talking about it the whole week. It's just and watching our numbers kind of go up here a little bit, and it's great to see us almost hit the 2,000 mark. It'd be nice if we got 2 more weeks left, so it'd be nice if we could hit the goal soon. We work on those stretch goals because you've been teasing us with some new stuff for the stretch goals.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see here. I'll pull that up real quick here. Yeah, we have the gray scales I revealed earlier on Odd Musings today. So this is not a world premiere, but it is a kind of a premiere if you didn't watch it this morning. So here we got the gray scales. I'm working on the flats right now. I would say the flats are 60% done. And then I just do the final shading, and this page will be complete. So excited for that. Another cool thing is one of our rewards. It's the Wow, I'm in the comic. We were successful with this one in Kevin's Poe Macabre Master. Yeah. Talk a little bit about that reward, Kevin. How much that backer loved it.
Oh, it's just a fun thing to throw out there. I mean, the guy that bought it just absolutely thought it was amazing. Someone bought it and dropped out, and then immediately, like a day later, someone else bought it, and he contacted me and said, "Dude, this is awesome. I want to be in your book." Like,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
He sends me pictures, and he just looks like a supersized version of me.
All right.
Like 6'5", built like a tank, and I'm like, okay. You're
like, I better not mess this up.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's a really neat reward to actually get to be in the comic. That's me. I mean, literally, you get a bunch of copies of the comic, and you can hand it out to people and say, "Look, on page 29, that's me. There I am, right there. That's me."
Exactly.
And, it's a cool thing, So.
And it's a fun thing.
Lifetime opportunity.
And this is issue 1. So if this becomes world famous, who knows? You might be able to do comic book conventions and do signings. I can't guarantee that, but maybe you can. I don't know.
I'm that guy.
Hey, once Comic-Cons signed that woman who went viral for wearing the Chewbacca mask, anything became possible. And they had a line. You remember that, Brett?
Yeah. She was.
Was that Cincinnati?
That was.
I forget where it was.
Oh, Chicago.
Was it Chicago?
She did several appearances.
Yeah.
And and I don't know if it was Cincinnati, but I was thinking I thought it was MegaCon.
Was it MegaCon?
Yeah.
Wherever it was.
I thought it was funny is that some people were trashing her. I'm like going, no. I said, you know what? These people are coming to her. She's not going to them.
And she had a line. People were going to her.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing. Comic-Cons aren't exclusive to one type of person. And there are the established celebrities, established artists, but there's also, it's kind of like the store checkout lane. You have the spur of the moment purchases. What is the hot thing at this moment? And she was the hot thing at that moment. Her video went viral. It's not like she had this calculated, devious plan to become famous through a Chewbacca mask.
All right.
If someone called me and said, hey, you did something stupid, can we set you, we'll pay you to come out and sign autographs, I'd be like, sure. I do a lot of stupid things for free. So if you do something stupid, I'll gladly do it.
Yeah, well, she was getting, I think, $20 a pop, and I said there was a line, and the people that complained about it looked and said, what are you all mad about? I said, you know what, she's got an opportunity. She's got like 5 minutes of this, and that's it. And it was like within a couple months, it was done.
That's right. And take advantage of it and have fun.
And all these people came to them, her and her family, and offered this stuff to them. And
you
know, more power to them. They were nice about it. They didn't get jerky about it.
So if you want that fleeting 15 minutes of fame and people to wonder why you're so special to be signing autographs, take this reward.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, it is a cool reward. For $500, you get put in the book. This is page 25 of the book that's going to be added as an epilogue, assuming we hit the stretch goal or somebody does the Kickstarter reward. You will be put. You'll be this middle character here. So I will switch out the head. If you're a female, I'll redraw the body. So don't worry, you don't have to look like a 6 foot tall, 225-pound guy with the mustache. I'll redraw you properly, so it is you. But I will switch out with this character and this character. If nobody takes the reward, but we get the epilogue, then it'll just go in it like this. Then on page 26 is the scene with the big reveal of Sherlock Holmes being introduced into the Crimson Shadows universe. And you will be in that scene as well. So 1 or 2 panels on that scene. But I'm going to do a large half-page panel featuring your face if you take it. So it's a fun reward.
Yeah, it's a chance to be immortalized in a comic. I mean,
that's right.
I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, you know,
I know. In Highlander, you had to cut off somebody's head to become immortal. Here, you just got to take the reward. It's a lot easier. So,
yes, a lot less work.
Like in Highlander, there can only be one. This is limited to one person. So it's first come, first serve. Whoever gets that one first is the chosen one. You can follow the path of Anakin Skywalker and be the chosen one. So
an important thing to note also is it doesn't have to be you. It could be
that's true.
It could be, hey, my son would love to be in this, or you know,
that's a great point.
It's a great gift.
One. If you had a loved one who loved comic books and passed away, you could do this like in memorial of them and add them to the book. In addition to being drawn into the book, you get 5 signed unlimited covers. You also get each of the limited covers. You also get a sketch cover in which I will draw you as the character on the cover, a full headshot there. So you'll be on the cover with an original hand-drawn cover on it. So it's some fun rewards. You also get the Crimson Shadows T-shirt as well.
Yeah, it could be. You know, think of a better surprise you could get to a comic book lover. There's someone out there looking for a gift to get their significant other. We can keep it a secret. Nobody needs to know who it is.
Exactly. We can keep it a secret, and then you could birthday or Christmas reveal it then. You know, so. Yeah, unless they bought Crimson Shadows, and then when the regular print goes out, they'll be in every issue, so they'll see their face there. So if they're supporting this, they'll know it when the rewards. So
that's great. That's wonderful.
But it's such a fun thing to do. Kevin did this for his book, so I shamelessly stole the idea for myself.
No, I thought it was fun. I did it. Back in the wonderful Images of Oz, when I did that, it was one of the rewards, and someone bought it. And a lovely couple in England. The fiance bought it for his fiance, for her Christmas gift.
Right.
So, and he loved it. So I drew the original, and it was included in the book, and they loved it. She raved about it. She thought it was so great. She was so surprised. He just bought her the book because she was a big Wizard of Oz fan, and she flipped through the page and saw her, and just thought it was just amazing. So, and I've always thought it was a good idea. And this is that Poe was the first time I thought, that's a good idea for a book, but it's just great. I see other people do that same reward, and it seems like someone always bites on it because they just think it's a cool idea, and,
right.
And like I said, 25-year-old me would have done it. So
yeah. Definitely. So I just posted into the comment section here the link to the Kickstarter, so you can go that way, or you can also, if you like, let's say you can't do this right now and you're trying to remember how to find us. Our name is easy, bardstone.com. You can go to our website here and click on this Kickstarter button here. You click on that, it takes you to this page, and we have a link that goes directly to the campaign. So nice and easy. Even a caveman can do it, right? Are we allowed to say that anymore? I don't know. I don't know what's allowed.
I don't know. Do cavemen have internet?
Well, according to those Geico commercials, they're still around.
That's
they're walking
true.
through airports and trying to catch planes and.
Well, speaking of people you see at Comic-Cons, I've seen a couple of those guys that played the cavemen at Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right.
They've done other acting roles, so.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, they look very different without all the makeup on. They don't actually look like that in person.
Yes.
Yeah, it took me a
remember
while.
They had that short-lived TV show too?
Oh, it was horrible. Oh my God. I was talking to, I forget his name, but he's been in all the Rob Zombie movies. And I go up to his table to meet him because they had a lot of the guys from the cast of 31 and the girls. So I got a poster signed by a lot of the cast. And I went to him, and he had a picture of the Geico caveman in front of him. I'm like, "You're the Geico caveman?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, I was actually the original one." And he goes, "And I was on the damn TV show too." And I'm like, "Well," he goes, "That was what a disaster." He goes,
but the good news is, with the makeup on, people won't identify him.
Right. He's like, even when they came to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna make a TV show," he's like, "You're gonna do what?"
It's basically like most Will Ferrell movies. It's a fun 30-second concept that should never have gone 2 hours.
Right.
Well, see, if Phil Hartman had been alive, his one of his best sketches ever was the Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer.
Yes.
That would have made a better TV show than Caveman.
Yes. That would have been more interesting.
I'm just a caveman and this weird technology stuff.
Very true. So I was thinking, let's see, it's 7:20 now. Let's see here. I'll just do a quick review. I'll scroll through here so people can see the awesome covers that everybody did and a little bit about the process that's going on here. That's the unlimited cover. That's the one I did. So that's the one that's going out everywhere. Here's some samples of the interior pages fully done. You see, this is what I love about this is in the covers, you see each of our individual styles. Each of us did our own covers. But then when you get to the inside, you see what happens when all of our different styles and decades of experience come together to make this. We have J. Travis Smith's pencils, Kevin Meinert's inks, my colors, and Brett's layouts and our graphic design there and lettering. So this is when it all comes together, and I absolutely love it. I honestly, when I look at this, and this isn't to brag, I really feel like there is no other company out there would have done better than what we have done on this. So love what you guys did.
It's on par with everything from any of the other companies, and I mean, it's a testament to all the talents of everyone involved. But I'll tell you, I'm so proud of the book. I'm grinning a lot of the time when I'm inking everything. It's such a pleasure, except for the bedroom scenes. But all joking aside, it was just such a pleasure to be part of it. And when you really think it, you're looking at the end product and seeing what it's going to become. it's no longer work. It's so much fun, and
Right.
the end product and everything, then the way everything came together, it's amazing. And like you said, it's on par with any other book you're going to find out there by Image, DC, Dark Horse. It's at that level, and I couldn't be prouder to be part of it. So thanks for letting me be part of it and scribble on in your comic book.
And if you're somebody who has ordered comic or bought our issues before, whether it's my Emmanuel, God With Us, Kevin's Poe Macabre Master, which you're about to see, or some of our other books, we're printing this through Ready Comics out of Phoenix, Arizona. They do a phenomenal job, high quality. In I feel like they're a company that the last thing you want to do is put so much work into something to create something so good and then put it on crappy paper. And Ready understands quality. They're a approved diamond distributor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to point out this page here. I love this touch that Breet did. This was 100% Breet. And I was like, oh, that's genius. It's the way he did the lettering and everything. I love too how he's given Dracula his own unique word bubbles, and it's so cool. I just love it. Good work, Brett.
Thank you. I really wanted to, just instead of just generic wording with everything, it's add a little more to it, so it kind of lends to the great artwork we got there, and all the great inks and colors that come through, and I think it just helps complement everything. It feels very cinematic to me when I'm watching it, or going doing the lettering, and since it doesn't have the tone of an underscore music, the lettering, the box choices, the font choices kind of add that underscore to help with the creep factor in a lot of ways, the creepy factor of it. So.
Well, exactly. You're adding. So often the word bubble or the font is just it's just a presence. It's just there. It doesn't add or detract. It's just there. But I feel the way you did it, it's part of the art form. It's part of the creative design, and I really like it.
Yeah, as Brett pointed out before, the difference in the way Dracula talks and the word bubbles, it gives it its own entity. It's its own thing. So he pointed out a couple weeks ago, if he's talking off panel, if he's off screen, and you see the word bubble, it's Dracula talking.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like a very simple thing, but it's a really powerful thing later on in the story, where you can do these. You can have word bubbles that is Dracula, and he's not going to be in the panel. And and again, he adds to that creep factor. Who's talking, but you don't see him.
Right.
And just like you would in a horror movie, you're gonna hear what's going on, but you don't see it. And the fact that he distinguished the different people by the different word bubbles is genius. It does add its own. It's a great touch. It's a great
similar. Even like there's you typically will have narration boxes for the storyline. Our narrator is our main character Julius, who you see there, not looking too happy there. But he's the narrator, and when he's thinking, we don't have it in any of these sample pages here, but he has his own unique way of how the words appear and kind of like float over the panel, that also by seeing it so that also frees us up in how we tell the story visually. If we know we can, just through the type of font we use and wording, the reader will know what that is. So it's a cool touch that I really like what Brett did on that. So very cool.
Thank you.
Here's the process. It's laid out in 6 steps here. It's funny. It makes it seem so simple. In 6 easy steps, you can have a comic book.
Right.
But the step 1 is the script. This is my storyline here. I did the script and the writing. I did the layouts also, which you see here in step 2. Then I sent that over to J. Travis Smith, who just wonderfully took my little scribbles here and translated it into pencil. and just love that. Then we sent these over to Kevin. He's the next step. And J. Travis Smith absolutely loved the work Kevin did on his pencils. So often for pencilers, inkers can ruin their art, and overdo it. But Kevin really grabbed what translated from pencil into ink. It's exactly what J. Travis Smith was trying to accomplish. So great job on that.
Yeah, he did such a good job. I just try not to, like you said, you don't want to see the detail or the influence. He has such a good motion and vibrancy to his pencils that you want to capture that. And it took a little bit to get used to that because it's not the way I normally draw or ink my own stuff. So, but yeah, he's reached out a couple times. We've talked online, and I couldn't be happier with that. He's ecstatic with the inks. I'm ecstatic, working with him. And like I said, I'm just happy that he was happy with it because I was just grinning ear to ear. And the worst thing would be he's like, I don't think you did a good job. It would have just crushed me. Right. But I was super happy with it. I'm glad everyone else is happy with it. And I think it just, again, like you said, it adds to the element and of what everyone else is doing. It brings a new angle. What little things I would add or do or use the different shadows is just to help maximize what he already did.
Right. Honestly, I think this would be beautiful just as a black and white issue with no grayscales, no colors. I mean, it would have worked just purely as a black and white.
Yeah, there's so much detail he puts in, and especially in the city scenes. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of these pages I could ink and have done pretty quickly. Some of those city scenes I took days and just took like an hour or two here and there because there's so much detail that you kind of get, like, okay, there's one brick, next brick. But you don't want to just you have to put those details in there because it works and it adds that full picture.
Yeah.
And then what you do with the colors after that, you added even more detail and you just you went on from my inks and your coloring on this is great. And it's completely different from anything you've ever done. It's so
this is not my style of coloring, but I'm enjoying it. Actually, I really do like it, and it works with your style of inks. I don't think this would work on my normal style of my inks. Usually my inks are very smooth and clean cut. I tend to go with a more, I like to use the soft brushes for how I do my shading. So it's a very smooth transition. Whereas this is using a lot of hatch lines and cross hatching and, and I just kind of mimicked your style and if I go here, you can kind of see it. When you look close, my highlights, instead of doing it in nice smooth highlights, I did just how you did your lines. I just kept doing that, but with different levels of shading and stuff. And I really like how the effect came out.
It gives an atmosphere. It really does help with the atmosphere and the storytelling of it. I mean, you're in, London in the late 1800s. Everyone pictures that. It's a little grimy. It's not clean cut. It's not pristine. Right. It's not, there's a few scenes where it's where things are a little bit cleaner because it's light and, he's talking to the wife and different things. I don't want to let too much go. And those scenes, everything's much brighter and it's much cleaner. And but then a lot of the other scenes, then we get a lot more of the cross hatching and the inks and how Travis was so smart that he knew that and kept that transition and left that, and understood that in these dark, gritty scenes, you're going to have a lot more of that contrast. Yeah. And it really makes those pages stand out from the other ones and it helps tell the story.
The other thing too, to point out, this is the first time all of us, I mean, I think even any of us individually, I mean, I've done some stuff for you, Kevin, a little bit with your projects and stuff, but this is our first true collaboration where everybody contributed together. This was my first time ever working with J. Travis Smith, same with you guys with him. It was by chance I found him on Facebook. It was actually his profile picture. I was trying to find a penciler and I put out the notice that I was looking to hire an artist and I got a lot of people submitting and there were some great submissions, but they weren't capturing what I was envisioning in my head for this project. The styles were they would have been great for other projects, but not for this one. And I happened through a mutual friend see J. Travis Smith comment, and I saw his profile picture, which was one of his pencil drawings. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the style I'm looking for. So I messaged him, and I'm just like, hey, by any chance, are you available for hire? And it turned out he was. He was between projects, and he could start right away. And so we talked a bit to see, just to see, will this work, and we kicked it off pretty well. We have a lot of similar work habits and everything else. So it came together nicely. I think he appreciated my ability to look at this through the eyes of an artist, and because being on the artist side so often, I could identify with what his needs were as well.
Right.
So
yeah, that
so
definitely helped. That we all speak the same language, so to speak.
Right. Like even like there was with that cover, for instance, he hit a point where he had put out like 4 or 5 pages very quick for me, and we were talking about the next pages. I'm just like, and I could tell he had this growing excitement in him for the cover, which let's get to the covers. For the cover, which you see here, this black and white here, he kept talking about this cover he has in his head. And I finally said, I know how it works as an artist. You just put out a bunch of stuff. If you want to take a break from the pages to work on that cover a little bit, go for it. I go, use that energy, and he so appreciated that I understood how that flow goes, because if you're thinking about one thing and trying to draw this, you're going to start getting sloppy on this,
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Take a break, go work on that cover then. And he did. And look what happened. It's like, whoa.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So you can see his cover there in the black and white. That's the pure black and white is the limited edition, which is 100 copies. The one with the red foil print, that's ultra limited. Only 30 of those are going to be printed. And they're going to be individually numbered as well, printed right on the cover. There's my unlimited. Then we got Brett and Kevin's here, which came out awesome. We got Kevin's right here, also limited edition, limited to 100 prints. He also has the original available as one of the reward packages. So you get the original along with a signed copy of the book. So that's awesome. And then we got Brett's here. Love the idea here. Brett putting one of the potential victims, I'll say, onto the cover there. So great design there too, Brett.
Thank you.
Brett, are you falling asleep?
A little bit.
I saw your eyes closed for a little bit.
I'm sitting here and you guys are just talking. I'm like, also my eyes just
This is what happens when you're on.
A great long week. We've been here having a lot of fun and that. And as I'm sitting here going, I'm not moving.
You're on day 7.
I'm not dozed off. I'm just listening. So I just close my eyes a little like, okay.
For you?
Yeah. So,
Day 7 over there?
Day 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Mom and I fly back tomorrow morning. Our flight leaves here at about 10:58 Vegas time, so we'll get in about between 5 and 6 Detroit time, and I'm back to work on Friday.
Well, you're gonna need to get another. You need to go back to work to get a break, though, right?
I know. Yeah.
It's not easy being on vacation for 7 days. It is tiring.
Yeah, it's been fun. I feel relaxed. I feel rejuvenated, and then I'll get back into swinging things at home. And I'm excited because I got finally got more pages I can letter. So I'm waiting to get back and knock those out this next week. And I should have all the pages that I think you've got up there. You've got all the pages colored now, right?
All 24 of the regular story are colored. And then I'm working on that epilogue, and I'm hoping
I'll have all the the regular pages for the book. I'll have them all lettered and done by next week at some point. So we set 2 weeks for the Kickstarter to go, but the book will be pretty much done and ready to be sent off once the Kickstarter's done. So that's a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's moving along so well. Once Brett finishes those, and we talked about, I'll come down and we'll do a final proof of the book. We'll read through it all, make sure we got spelling and punctuation and everything laid out the way we want it. But it's looking great. That's the hard part. Is there's so much in this book I want to share, but at the same time, I want it to be a surprise for the reader. So
Yes.
it's like I feel like my hands are tied on what I can actually show. So I'd rather have the kind of like the worst thing is going to a movie and realizing all the best parts were in the trailer. Right. So I don't want to reveal the best parts of the book. So kind of holding on to those for the big reveal. So. But let's get back to the Kickstarter here. So as we were saying, we got Brett's awesome cover right there. So that completes out those. Then you finally have the sketch cover variant edition. We have 2 rewards set up, one for Kevin, one for myself to hire us as the artists. If you'd like Brett or J. Travis Smith, we can give you their email so you can contact them to hire them on to do a cover for you. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's go back up to the top. So we're at 50 people still. So if you're on the fence, you got 23 minutes left before the week 2 special ends. Just a reminder, you get the 4x6 color print of J. Travis Smith's cover. You get the keychain, and you get the button. Everyone loves buttons, man. What was it called? Swag or bling? What is it in that movie? Swag? What, Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Oh, there it's
Flare.
Flare. Get your flare. We got your flare right here.
There you go.
If you're really nice, I'll send you 2. Lots of flair. Everyone loves flair. Come on.
Yes.
Even Ric Flair. Woo! So what else is going on here? We got want to give an update on the Poe Macabre Master Kickstarter, where you're at as far as the progress of the rewards?
Yeah, literally right before I left to get on the plane for Vegas, the books got delivered, so I was able to snatch a couple of them and take a good look. So there, I have everything in hand. So probably next weekend, I'll start going through things and hopefully start shipping things out within the next week or 2.
Awesome.
I'll get everything divvied up. I've always found it's easier to get it all boxed up, all ready to go first, and then start shipping it out.
Yep.
Just to help cross off the T's, dot all the I's. So
yeah.
But the book, like Scott mentioned before, it looks fantastic. The printing was great. They're all pristine. I couldn't be happier with the way that it turned out in print. I am
awesome.
Could not speak more highly about how well Ready Comics does with their print jobs.
So if you backed Poe Macabre Master, Kevin's in progress. It's everything's on track and on time, and they will be shipping soon. So we just want to, pointing out, you can trust us to fulfill our orders, to follow through on our pledges. Between the 2 of us, we've had many Kickstarters and that we've been successful at and getting them shipped out to everyone. So we follow through. Now, another awesome Bardstone title. It's actually Brett's titles, which are through his company, but he's also co-publishing under Bardstone's name. You got Carl coming out, right?
Yeah, reprinting Carl, trade on that, and I should be receiving those pretty soon, I would think. Originally, I wanted them for Tampa, but Tampa's not happening next week, so I'm not worried about when I actually get them. Once I do, I'll put a listing up, and we'll have some available. And then any future shows that do happen this year, I will definitely have them there. And then I'll be working on issue 5 of my Boomtown Scabs, which we'll be launching a Kickstarter on that once I get that pretty much done, because I'm working on that one 100% my own on that one.
Yeah, so I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Kevin's already got Poe Macabre Master issue 2 about halfway done.
It's about halfway done. I've put that on the back burner, get everything else done with the other projects. But I did a little bit a week or two before we left, so I'm very happy with the way it's turning out. Great 3-page story from Jay Fife. I got
Nice.
all that done. I colored that. Looks fantastic. Sean Forney's doing a cover for the book. I saw the sketches for that, and I can't wait for people to see that because it looks awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, that's coming along really well. And like I said, the best thing about all this is being able to stage this the way that we've done it. So you can keep everything going in a nice flow. And once you get the train rolling, it's pretty easy to keep it going.
Right.
So it's fantastic. And yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully by the end of the, Poe 2 will be out by the end of the year. In fact, Crimson Shadows 2 could actually peak towards the end of the year, early next year.
It's possible. I got the rough draft written, and that also got put on the back burner to finish up this. A lot of people don't realize is just how much work it is to do a Kickstarter campaign.
Absolutely.
Behind the scenes. But
it's a whole month. I mean, it's the and then once it ends, then the real work begins. Then you got to get everything, you got to get it, you got to fulfill everything. So and then it takes the time. But the great thing of what we're doing and what's happening with Bardstone is at least every quarter or so, every 3 months or so, we'll have something coming out. And that's really the goal is to keep the pipeline full, keep some things going, and so you're not waiting forever to get some more of your Poe fix or your Dracula Crimson Shadows fix or Boomtown Scabs fix. So hopefully, the cons start rolling and we can start meeting people face to face and getting the books in people's hands.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we really want.
One of the things that really bums me out, and it is what it is. You can't change it, but. With the whole COVID thing, we were supposed to be doing Tampa Bay Comic-Con, and we had timed this whole Kickstarter around Tampa Bay so that final weekend would be Tampa Bay weekend. We had all this stuff planned. It's not going to happen. I'm going to try to. I might do something special for the non-Tampa Bay Comic-Con weekend. I'll be doing a lot of live drawings. I'm going to make some things available as well. I'm thinking about making some other posts available. So we'll see what I do, but try to do something to celebrate what should have been Tampa Bay. And then we got San Diego Comic-Con coming up, which is also canceled. But because I was supposed to be there, I'm eligible to sign up for their virtual con they're doing. So I'll sign up for that. But unfortunately, that timing will be after the Kickstarter is done. So otherwise, I would have timed it for that.
Right. Oh, yeah. But it's great that you can still hop on there. And then, you can still do a pre-order.
Yeah.
Right.
So
definitely. So I'm going to come up with something for those type of things. I know all of us are starting to really miss the Comic-Cons. We're missing those things. And so we just got another donation here.
Oh, hey, there it is. Just popped up.
We're up to 1975, 51 backers. Awesome. Thank you to that backer. We appreciate that. You have earned my eternal gratefulness. So thank you for that. So what were we at? We were at 19. So that was about a $40 reward or so.
Yeah.
So cool.
So they can get in on the promotional stuff.
Yep, I think they qualified for the promotion. Yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah. This keychain is for you, buddy, whoever you were. I can't see the list right now. But thank you. We do appreciate it. Yeah, it's always exciting when you hit those milestone amounts, $25 away from passing the 2,000 mark. So, if one of you are watching out there, you can make my day. $25 right there. Bam.
Right.
And once again, you may be asking, how do I find you? Go on Kickstarter, look up Crimson Shadows. Now, Brett, you said there's a band out there called Crimson Shadows or something doing a Kickstarter?
Well, there was a Kickstarter that it still shows. It was like 5 years ago, and they were trying to do a concert under the name Crimson Shadow.
It looked like death metal.
Yeah, I think it was death metal.
It was like death metal. So
we should find them. Maybe they'll want to join us.
Hey, put on a co-side.
We could get some death metal Crimson Shadows theme music. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We need theme music.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to get paid in exposure for free music, let me know.
There you go.
I kid. I hate working for exposure. I don't work for exposure either. I would pay. But yeah, so 1975, you still have 15 minutes to take advantage of the weekly bonus, which is the 4x6 color print of Jay Travis's work. You get the 2 1/4 inch button, and you get the keychain all for free on top of whatever reward you choose, $40 or more for a pledge. Those just get added as thank yous for joining us so early in the project. I try to sweeten the deal a little bit because this is usually the valley of death for Kickstarters. You get into that middle range where everyone disappears, and then you're like, is anyone out there? So try to keep the interest going.
Yeah.
And it does. You don't have to wait to see what other rewards come, because if you qualify for this reward, you automatically get the future rewards as well. So it just automatically signs you up for those. So that's the good thing. So what I do is right at the deadline, I do a printout of the backer sheet. So I have a list of everybody's totals, and I put that list aside so I know exactly who qualifies for the bonus. So there is a reward for the weekly bonus, but you don't have to choose the reward. You just have to do $40 or more in a pledge. So excellent. Good time. So how's Connie the Comic-Con mom doing?
Oh, she's fine. She's hanging out behind us.
Yeah, she's chilling.
She's chilling.
Been having a good time. She's over there somewhere.
Yeah. Here, Mom, come over and say hi real quick. She doesn't watch She has bad head.
We've been very, very busy.
Yeah.
We've taken advantage of all the time, and we really enjoyed it. Here's Mom.
Hey, I miss you.
I miss you. I really wish you were here with us, guys.
I know.
They've taken me and given me. We went to the Mob Museum last night.
Oh.
Yeah. Now there's some new ideas for another book.
What's it called? The Mob?
The Mob Museum. It's the history of the mob. And,
Nice.
It's very interesting, actually, going all the way back to the late 1800s.
Oh, that is cool.
And some things I'm like, I forgot about some of this. So I took some pictures and some notes. There's some interesting entertainment with ideas that we had talked about in the story.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
So they're stealing our ideas already, huh?
Yeah. But the Mob Museum, it was great. It was a blast. And they had a speakeasy in the bottom. They had another password.
Is that a newer museum? I don't remember that being there.
No, it's been at least 10 years, I think she said.
Oh, okay.
At least.
Yeah, they were in another location. They're now in a federal a post office courthouse.
Oh.
One of those big buildings.
Yeah.
And I believe they just moved there like in 2017.
Okay.
Because that's when it's what do you call it? Historic building.
Yeah.
So it's that, and it's 3 levels of different things that they talk about. It was interesting. It had pictures of for Vegas. It had pictures of Peter Lawford and Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe and different things. Frank Sinatra, and about when he got investigated.
Oh wow.
So we did that, and we did the neon lights.
The Neon Museum, yeah.
Museum.
Nice.
And we've gone and ate a few good meals.
A few, yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
The good thing about Vegas is you do so much walking, you don't put much weight on. You can eat a lot there.
This
No?
year there might be a little more weight because there's not as much walking.
Oh,
But
okay.
we walked a lot. No, we're averaging. Brandy and I have averaged around anywhere from 7,000 for me to 10,000 steps a day. And Brandy, of course, has been going well over 12,000 and more. But she works out every day too. So while they're working out, I'm on the bed.
It was,
That's
you know,
tiring.
today's probably the hottest day it's been here. It's probably about a little over 100 right now. The
Okay.
last 3 days, it's been 90 and under,
Okay.
or 95 was the high. So
Right.
the pool time was just great. We were able to stay out the pool for like 3.5 hours
Nice.
because, well, we don't burn and die, you know,
Right.
and that, you know, you can actually tolerate it. So it's been a great trip.
Right.
It's been fantastic. I mean, the only bummer is, you know, the Comic-Con not being going, but Brett and I went around and saw a couple of the comic shops and talked to them about Bardstone. So
I'm gonna go, Scott.
All right. Good seeing you, Connie.
You too, hon. I'll see you soon because we'll
Yeah.
be back.
we enjoyed that. We enjoyed seeing the different comic shops around Vegas, and you know, dropped off some information and
A
some
couple really
books.
cool shops.
Yeah.
Well, the one was which one was it? It was the guy from
Torpedo,
Torpedo Comics. Yeah,
which
Okay.
is owned by the drummer from System of a Down.
his walls are just covered with original artwork
Yeah.
from comic books, from
Oh.
pages to sketches that he's probably commissioned.
Yeah.
The layout of the store was great, so we really enjoyed doing that and checking out. We went to the one, and unfortunately that location's closing for Millennium Comics, but they've got 2 others. So.
Yeah.
But they all seem pretty receptive listening. We listened to some Poe books, talked about the Kickstarter.
Nice.
Hopefully they'll really check it out while before the Kickstarter ends. We can get some support. I'd love to see some retailer packages to go with.
Yeah. Speaking of which, like you said, let's scroll to that reward here. So the retailer package, we got a couple of them here. So if you have a comic book shop or other store, we have 3 different pledges that you can choose from. We have our original retailer pack, pledge 150 or more, and you can get this awesome collection here. You get 5 signed copies of the Unlimited. You get the 2 of the limited by Kevin, 2 of the limited by J. Travis Smith, 2 of the limited by Brett. You get metal prints, 4x6 metal prints of each of those as well, and you get 2 of the Ultra Edition comic books, which are only 30 copies total. Or you can choose package 2, which is the Crimson Poe package, and we take out the metal print and basically switch it out with some of Kevin's Poe Macabre Master books. So you get a collection of those as well, and that's also 150. So you get a lot there, which is really nice. You also get one of the Poe Macabre Master Ultra Edition books, which is also very limited. Then last but not least, there's the Kevin original art one, $225. You get the original art plus the limited edition book signed by Kevin. Then last but not least, for $395, it's the retailer exclusive variant cover. For that one, I will draw an original cover art for you. It'll be full color on the printed cover. Your company's store's logo will get printed on the cover. It will be a limited edition of 50 copies of that book, and they will also be numbered. And then in addition to that, you'll get 50 4x6 mini posters, postcards, featuring that cover with your original logo on it. And then last but not least, you get an 11x17 black and white inked art of the cover art as well from me. So you get all of that in one package. So it gives you a lot of the copies that you can sell.
Yeah, it's great. It's their own cover, very unique, very, very limited, and the original art. That's a good deal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a nice package. I like it, and and you of course would get the keychain. I'll even throw some extra price points.
It's extra swag. There's always extra swag with those retailer bonuses. I like to tell everybody that anybody gets those retailer packs. I had a couple on mine. They're gonna get well rewarded because
you're gonna get handfuls.
Yep.
Thrown in. That's right. So I want to show. Let's see, updates, because we're running out of time here. We only got 7 minutes left. Read more of the weekly bonus. So I just want to show you one more time what those weekly bonuses are. So if you do $40 or more, no matter what reward you pick for the pledge, a pledge of $40 or more in the next 5 minutes, you qualify for the 4x6 full color print here on Pearl cardstock by J. Travis Smith. You get the Bardstone keychain, which is right there. Woo. Sweet. And then you also get the 2 1/4 inch premium round button right there.
Nice.
And it really is. The premium has a better clasp on the back versus the.
Oh, they're great, aren't they? That company did a fantastic job.
I was stunned when I got them. Kevin had gotten some buttons, so I knew the buttons were, but I was curious about this keychain. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah. They do a good job.
Wasn't sure. It was my first time using them, and it came out great.
Yeah.
So, good job, Speedy Buttons. If you need pins, check out Speedy Buttons.
Yep.
Speedy Buttons. Maybe we can write a jingle for them.
Speedy Buttons.
All right, people, we're getting down to the wire.
That's it. That should be a reward. You get Crimson Shadows, the death metal band, to write the jingle for Speedy Buttons.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speedy Buttons. You know, that'd be awesome.
I don't know how much they'll like us putting them up for that, but hey, let's do it.
Or we need to make our own death metal band. And
Speaking of death metal, Kevin, you're a big fan of the heavier stuff. Have you seen when like there was this one video, she's like just a housewife and she cooks and she does the death metal songs, but she sings her recipe.
Oh.
But she does it as death metal. So it's like, if you listen, she's actually telling you how to make it. She's like, put it in the oven for 350 degrees.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm amazed at how you can get these people with like petite voices, but I don't know if it's how they process the sound or what, but it's like, what the heck? How did that person just sing that?
Oh, I know. Even some of the guys, you hear them talk and they're speaking and they have a nice speaking voice and they do the death metal. You're like, what just happened?
I would think it would.
And then they can sing.
Out.
You know, there's some of these bands, they do that death metal growl and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? And then you can hear the guy sing and I'm like, he can sing beautifully. What the hell?
You know what? It's kind of like, unfortunately, what you see at comic book conventions, there's pieces where I poured my heart and soul into and showed every display of talent I had and no one buys it. Then there's a piece that I spent 5 minutes on and people are like, oh, I got to have it. It's like, oh, here you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I poured my heart and soul into it. No, that's
right. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants it. It's like,
Nobody wants it.
All right. Getting to the final minutes, people. You make your pledge. Go on Kickstarter, look up Crimson Shadows and search it out. Go to bardstone.com, click on our Kickstarter, click the link that way. So there's numerous ways you can do it. Or on the bottom, go to facebook.com/Bardstone Publishing. Follow us there. What I'm going to do, because I'm not going to be able to print up that backer list right away because I have to get back to a client here. I'm going to extend this to 9 p.m. So around 9 p.m., I'm going to go ahead and print off the list, but that's not a firm time. So whatever time I go and print that list is when it's going to cut off. So get in there, make your pledge of $40 or more, and you will automatically be enrolled in those special prizes.
Get the extra swag.
Swag.
Get the swag.
That's right.
Everybody wants a button.
Everyone wants a button.
You get a button. You get a button.
We need to make Connie the Comic-Con mom buttons.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, we do. That's a good idea. We need two. We need two buttons when people come up. You can have the approving Connie the Comic-Con mom and the disapproving face. And depending on how they are, like, here, you get a button. Oh, okay.
And we put on there, you done messed up, Ron.
That's an idea. We need to make that happen. That's happening. I'm telling you that right now. Speedy Buttons does a great job. we're making those buttons.
I like it. I like it.
That is actually.
I think we should make I met Connie the Comic Con mom button. It says I met Connie the Comic Con mom. All I got was a stupid button.
Or if we could make it like
or even better, she just standing there. She's like thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs
or it
down.
could be a button that says I'm a friend of Connie the Comic Con mom or something, and get out to the people she likes.
I like that one. Only the people she likes.
Yeah,
all the policemen everywhere will have one.
Yep. You can't buy it. It has to be earned.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really that's a great idea. I love it.
Or some kind of name, Connie's something that starts with a C. So it
be careful.
no, like
Careful,
Connie's
Scott.
Club or Connie's cohorts. I don't know. What are you doing, Kevin? Stop that. All right. So there we have it. Excited to say as of right now, we're at 51 backers, $1,975. So we're only $825 away from our goal. We appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to release these guys so they can go enjoy the sins of Vegas. I don't know.
It's time for some beer and roulettes.
Yeah, it was beer and roulettes. Nice.
Beer, roulettes, and food.
There you go. Well, enjoy. Stay safe. And Brett, you and Connie, let me know when you guys get back in, when you land safely. You do the same, Kevin. Let me know when you're back home. All right. Take care, guys.
All right, man. We'll be talking to you soon.
Bye, Connie.
Adios.
Bye. I wish we knew where the camera's at. Bye.
Where is the camera?
It's over here. It's built into the iPad.